Alright guys, I wanted to give you a little example on converting from a rectangular form to polar form. So this is a lot like some of the exercises that you have on assignment 6.4. So in this one, I'm going to start off with this this equation: y equals x squared over 7. Information that you need for this: remember that x equals r cosine theta and y equals r sine theta. So where we have y equals x squared over 7, instead of writing y, I'm going to write that as r sine theta. And instead of writing this x, I'm going to write that as r cosine theta. Okay, so rewriting this, we now have r sine theta equals the quantity r cosine theta squared over 7. Alright, so rewriting this, we have r sine theta equals r squared cosine squared over 7. And I don't want to have this fraction, so I'm going to multiply both sides by 7. Alright, multiply both sides by 7. We're going to end up with 7r sine theta equals r squared cosine squared theta. Don't look at this and say, okay, I'm going to rewrite that cosine squared with an identity. 1 minus sine squared, so that you have sine and all that kind of stuff. Don't worry about that. Our point here is we need to solve this for r. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up getting both of these on the same side. I'm going to bring this on the left over here to the right side. This is positive over here. I'll write that with a plus. So I'm going to subtract 7r sine theta on both sides. Okay, let's bring this down. Okay, this canceled on the left side, so that's gone. Bringing this down here, we're going to have r squared cosine squared minus 7r times sine theta. This equals 0 on the left side, so I'm just going to say that this equals 0 over here. Okay, our point here is we need to be able to solve this for r. So both of these terms have an r in a common, so let me factor out an r. Okay, factoring out r, we have r times the quantity r cosine squared theta minus 7 sine theta equals 0. Let's set both of these equal to 0. Okay, so we're going to have r equals 0, and the other factor, r cosine squared theta minus 7 sine theta equals 0. Don't worry about this r equals 0. If your radius is 0, you don't have a triangle. Yes, with a point, you can still have this in rectangular and polar forms. Rectangular, you'd have a point 0, 0. And but we're not going to worry about that for right now. Here on this factor right here, all we're going to do is we're going to solve this for r. Don't worry about theta. That's not important. We're not solving for your angle right here. All we're doing is solving for r. So let's add 7 sine theta to both sides. Okay, adding 7 sine theta to both sides, that cancels on the left. We're just going to have r cosine squared theta equals 7 sine theta. Okay, now you just need r, so let's divide both sides by cosine squared theta, so I just have r on the left side. So now on the right side, on the left side, we just have r equal to the cosine squares canceled. We have r equals 7 sine theta over cosine squared theta. So now that I have this, I'm going to kind of split this up, because sine theta over cosine squared, I can still kind of simplify this a little more. So I'm going to change this to sine over cosine, and then times, I'm going to have basically I'm going to separate the cosines on the bottom. So you're going to have r equals 7 sine theta over cosine. See how I separated these on the bottom? So on one of these, I'm just going to say sine over cosine, and then the other one I'll just have 1 over cosine. So when I do this, so I'm left with 7 sine over cosine. Sine over cosine is tangent. And then I just have this over cosine, so that's going to be secant. And right here we are done. Again, this video was in 5 minutes or less. And one thing to keep in mind here, this is a lot like some of the questions on your assignment 6.4. However, keep in mind here in this example, I have y equals x squared over 7. Yours is x equals y squared over some number. Okay. Anyway, I hope this helps. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.